Assalamu alaikum. Amin here from Sira Masters. I wanted to make a comment on the whole YouTube Dawah drama that's going on and the idea of haram police. By the way, this is not just happening on the online world. The online world is a reflection of the real world. It is reality. The only difference is maybe it's a little bit exaggerated, but it is a reflection of what is in the hearts and the heads, of people. And there's a big responsibility on those who are, look, the people who are ignorant of Islamic rules and Islamic etiquettes. They're ignorant. At least they're ignorant. At least they're not even seeking knowledge. At least they're not, kind of someone you would say, hey, this person looks very religious, very pious. They know about Islam. At least they're not like that, those people. But there are another group of people who do quote Quran and Hadith, and they do say, we're trying to follow the way of the Salaf. And they do kind of hold themselves that way, okay? And those people, they have a big responsibility, okay? Because people are going to associate them with Islam, with what is correct in Islam. And so when this group of people, they become overly negative, people are going to say, I guess Islam is just negative. When they are harsh, people are going to say, I guess Islam is just harsh. When they just criticize people a lot, like all the time, people are going to say, hey, I guess Islam is just like that. Because maybe for them, Islam is what these public figures are like. They don't know, maybe they don't seek Islamic knowledge, which is a lot of people. They don't seek Islamic knowledge. And so for them, what they see going on in the public domain from people that seem religious, people that seem like they know what they know about Islam, they're going to say, I guess that's Islam. Okay, and that's a big responsibility to hold, especially when on top of that you're saying this is exactly why it is Islamic. Now, this is my fear really, is that, by the way, when I say negative, let me just clarify a few things. When I say harsh, I don't mean harsh is always a bad thing. It can be necessary, but it will never be the majority stance to take, right, as a Muslim. When I say negativity, I mean that most of the statements made, most of the videos made are criticizing and are saying, don't do this. It's rare that they are saying, do this is good, this person is good. That has become a rarity. Now, most of the content being put out there is about criticizing, and that's what I mean by negative. Correcting people has its place, refuting people has its place, but when it becomes all about that, and even drama, that is incorrect, right? So that's a big responsibility. That's what I don't want people who maybe they don't know too much about Islam, they haven't studied. I don't want those people to start thinking that is Islam. I guess it's just like that. And so they have that choice between either, you don't really know about Islam, you don't really follow the rules too closely, but you're a nice guy, yeah. Or the second choice is someone who's harsh, but they quote hadith and they seem to know about Islam. And so they have only those choices. I mean, what kind of choice is that to give the people? It's a big misrepresentation of Islam. So if you quote hadith and Quran, and if you claim that you're trying to follow the scholars and follow the way of the Salaf, you have a big responsibility. People are going to associate that with them, and so you've got to stand up to the level, and you've got to have some kind of justice, some kind of piety, some kind of Islamic behavior in when you do that. I'm not saying there's no Islamic behavior, but you know what I mean. And so now we're going to see people even more and more saying haram police, and that's all they see. Haram police is not for people who say XYZ is wrong. Those people don't get called haram police. Haram police, they get called that because they're always criticizing, because they're harsh, because they're sometimes judgmental, and because they keep going on trying to control people. This is an important point, controlling people. When you say, this is wrong, my brother, stop it, no one's going to get on your nerves for that. It's just real. You could quote Quran and tell them why it's wrong, That's fine. No one is going to call you haram police for that. People call you haram police when you're harsh, when you seek out mistakes people have made, and mostly when you're forceful. When you say, when one video is not enough, when you got to make video after video after video, or if you got to write article after article after article about why someone's wrong and they have to change, when the first video was enough to clarify to the people, but you keep going, that is when you get called haram police. That's all I've got to say. Share this if you find it useful. Assalamu alaikum.